Good day guys! Due to popular demand, we will be discussing about Ignore Defense and its importance in PvP, specifically with Gunslinger. The test subject will have two settings, one with no buff and one with assumption buff, and we will also test out the effects of Debilitating Shot passive. I will be providing a table to summarize everything, as well as a comparison on what to prioritize between Moral 4 or Arc 4 and Channel. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Now for our demonstration, we'll be utilizing the piercing shot skill as shown here. So for our first scenario, we will have 100% ignore defense as our basis. For our second scenario, we'll be equipping a Rosa bracelet for 25% ignore defense to a total of 125 ignore defense. Now we will be equipping two Minoros cards to enable the insight effect, 50% ignore defense, and then unequipping the Rosa bracelet for a total of 150% ignore defense. Now let's re-equip the Rosa bracelet, summing up to 175% ignore defense. Now in order for my character to achieve 200% ignore defense, I need to eat original whale seafood and equip a Muna star card. So moving on, we will be using the same routine as previously done. The only difference is that our test subject will have the assumption buff, increasing his def by about 50%. Moving forward, we'll be talking about Gunslinger's Debilitating Shot. This will decrease a target's defense by up to 2000. We will be doing the same routine as our previous ones, but this time we will be auto-attacking first to stack the Debilitating Shot for up to 10 times, reducing 2000 defense. This time around, our test subject will once again utilize the Assumption buff. Let's check its interaction with our debilitating shot passive. Now let's equip an Archer Skeleton card to simulate how much change in damage 10% range attack will do. In the same way as the previous scenarios, let's check the interaction we get from our debilitating shots passive. Now we can see from this table that Ignore Def can be an important modifier that can substantially increase your damage output, especially if it reaches higher values, as the percent change is increasing. But when we utilize our debilitating shot passive, the increase in damage and percentage changes seem to be insignificant. Now before I draw my conclusion, let's check the comparison between Moral 4 and Arc 4. With the data gathered so far, we can see that without debilitating shot passive, Arc 4 only has a slight lead over Moral 4. On the flip side, if we utilize debilitating shot, Arc 4 has a substantial advantage over Moral 4. So my conclusion for all the simulation we did is that pumping Ignore Def can be useful, especially if you're going up against tanky opponents. The higher the Ignore Def percentage, the higher the increase in the percentage change. But if we will talk about the Gunslinger pistol PvP build in conjunction with the debilitating shot passive, it is more beneficial to choose attack percent over Ignore Def percent. Personally, I think you will have to sacrifice a lot of equipment and card changes in order for Ignore Def to be effective. It is not advisable to go for double Minoros card combo or have Rosa Bracelet as your offhand. And that's about it, guys. Please do help me by subscribing my channel and liking this video.